Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Harjit Singh, and today we're going to talk about something which is very important. I'm standing in a beautiful country, Canada, Khalsa Diwan Society. Well, today the topic that I'm going to share with you is very important for every human being. The Pankti from Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we oftenly used, oftentimes we describe this Pankti, Saaj kari jai, guna keri, shod avgun chaliya. Word to word meaning is not so difficult. It's very easy to understand. Saaj kari jai, guna keri, shod avgun chaliya. How to get rid of the bad habits, the avgun, the demerits that we have in our mind, how to get rid of them. So we must associate ourselves with the new good habits, with new thoughts, with Guru Sahib, with Gurbani, with good person. We have to associate with them. This is the word to word meaning. But if we don't have the example, the exact example, we must have that. Otherwise, we can't understand it. I'm going to tell you something about this process, that this can be used in real life. This video is for those people, it is for everyone, but particularly for those people who are addicted to something. We are usually addicted to this thing. Usually, is it? What this is my smartphone. We usually use this so much that we forget about every single thing. Some of you might be addicted to many other things like tea, coffee, or some other bad habits like drinking, smoking, or many other things there are. People are addicted with those things, and now they are suffering. Some of us might be suffering from obesity, overeating, so many of things. Lisa Allen is the name of the lady whose story I'm going to share here to explain this Gurbani Pankti, because sometimes I read other books written by other writers, and I was reading this book, which is The Power of Habits. Charles Duhigg is the writer, and he writes about Lisa Allen. She wakes up in a dark, pitch black room in a hotel. She's crying, feeling depressed, because she had nothing left. Her husband came to her room, and he announced that he was going to marry another woman, because Lisa was overweight, too much, and she didn't look good. So her husband was going to marry another woman. It was not easy for her to believe that this thing was happening to her. She was like crying. She was crying and feeling ashamed, embarrassed. She had so many of bad habits also, smoking, drinking, but everything she changed. When she woke up, because she was looking for a cigarette. It was darkness in the room, no light, and she's just looking for the cigarette. And she was so much of disoriented that she didn't realize that she was trying to light her pen instead of a Marlboro cigarette. She is crying. She realized it when she smelled the burning plastic. 4 years later, she is in a laboratory, and there are some scientists, scholars, very educated people asking her some questions to learn something from her after 4 years, because she had changed her life entirely. 4 years ago, she was in debt. She owed $10,000, and collection agencies were hounding her to recover $10,000 in debt. But now, 4 years later, she had a master's degree, no debt, a good job. 4 years ago, she was jobless. Now she had a good job, master's degree also. She worked hard, and she got engaged. And she had lost 27 kg of weight. And also, smoking and drinking was not there in her life. The thing that I want you to understand is what was that thing which changed her life? This was the question of those scientists. They were trying to find out this. And they were psychologists, neurologists, geneticists, and sociologists. Four types of scholars were there in laboratory, and they were asking questions. It was actually a research which was funded by National Health Institute of USA, and they were talking to those people who had changed their lives. Lisa is telling her story. She tells that when she woke up, she just decided to change her life. And the thought which was first in her mind was to stop smoking and drinking. But it is not that easy. It's very it's not easy for us to stop taking tea, because in our gurdwaras we have so much of tea, coffee, and things like that. Even pizzas, they have invaded in our langar, isn't it? So she decides to stop smoking. She was 16 years old when she started smoking, and now she's 34. For so many of years she smoked and she took alcohol. Now what she did, what was that process? She replaced smoking with jogging. Listen carefully. Listeners, please pay attention. This is very important. Just saying this that I'm gonna change myself is not gonna work. If you wanna get rid of one bad habit, you must have to inculcate another good habit. She replaced smoking with jogging. And we say in Gurbani, Sanj karija guna keri, shod avgun chaliye. You can go ahead. You can get rid of vice, the bad habits, the demerits. But you need to associate with the good ones. Now she goes with jog. And once you start jogging or doing exercise, and people who do hard work, they know very well that they eat healthy food only. Then another thing which automatically came in her life was healthy food. Then if you do jogging exercises and eat healthy food, you become more energetic. She worked hard, acquired a master's degree, and what else she did? This is very important for everyone to understand. I'm sharing it because it's worth watching. Now people are suffering from so many of problems. They don't know how to change ourselves. We are talking about a changed world. What about our own mind? What about this mind? We have so many bad habits. Parents, they are sometimes thinking about how to change behavior of the kids. This is the answer. You can replace habits. The scientists, they were using all the technologies, whatever they had, and they were scanning her brain, and simultaneously they were showing her the pictures of lavish meals and the smoke, cigarette smoke. She was exposed to all the temptations, and they could see clearly that there was still the movement of electrical impulses on neurological level. But there was something new in her brain. That was a new pattern which had overcrowded the old behavior. It means we write. The Gurbani Panti that we read, Baba Farid Sahib says, Je tu akal latif kale lekh na lekh apnade girwan mein sir neema kar dekh. Or one more Gurbani Panti I was thinking about a few minutes ago, that was Jal moh kas mas kar mat kagad kar sar. Mat kagad, your mind, your mat. This is paper, this is fine paper. Okay? use it. Mat kagad kar sar, pao kalam kar chit likhari, chit likhari, okay, chit, it is likhari, it is the scribe, chit likhari, gor poch likh vichar, whatever you are thinking, you are writing here. And this is what Gurbani says, and this is what science has explored. On neurological level, we have particular type of patterns. And Lisa, she had overwritten the old patterns, because she had new habits. So if you want to change yourself, you must try to inculcate good habits. This is the only way. If you just want to get rid of bad habits, you can't get rid of them. If you're just thinking that I want to get rid of this, I don't want this, I will not do this, I will not do this, again you're going to do that thing, because you are actually reminding yourself. If you like burger or pizza so much, even if you stick the big posters on your dining table and that you don't have to eat pizza or hamburger or something else, but sometimes you're gonna ignore that notes and you'll be going to buy pizza, or you're gonna order. That's gonna happen because we have habits, and habits are actually pushing us, which is called in Gurbani kirt takke de. This is from Gurbani. Gurbani is teaching us everything, but we don't pay attention, we don't have time. People come here in Gurdwaras, in every Gurdwara this happens. They come, and they come here, they pray, and we start doing the Akhand Path or Sahaj Path Seva, but no one comes and listens because we don't have time. Every Sikh must start his or her own Sahaj Path and trying to find out the meaning of every Pankti. You must have your own notebook, whatever you understand, pen it down and then read it again and again and again. Ask Guru Sahib about the problems that you have in your mind, in your life. Then you're going to find the answers from Gurbani. I used this thing practically in New Zealand. One boy came to me, this thing I had used, and I was so much impressed with this story also, that this lady used it, and thanks to this book and the writer Charles Duhigg, who wrote this story. You must read this book, The Power of Habits. I have this here. You must read this book, and after reading this book you must also read, try to understand the Shabad. Jal mo kas maskar mat kagad kar sar pao kalam kar chit likhari gur puch likh vichar. This is the same thing. Gurbani says that you can write your own thoughts. You have to change it. You can. Yes, definitely. We can. The boy came to me in New Zealand in Hastings Gurdwara Sahib, and he was like crying. Then we went to a park where I used to go for walk. We sat on the table. One of his friend also over there, and he described everything. He told me everything. He was like crying. He was not wearing even good clothes. It was like he was so much depressed that he was ready to kill himself. And again he was saying that he was going to commit suicide. And I said, why? And he said that his girlfriend betrayed. This might be funny for some people. This might be funny for some people, but I don't care that. So many of problems this world is facing. That boy came to me. Such youth, kids come to us. We don't listen to them. This is our responsibility. People serving in the Gurdwaras. This is the responsibility of Kirtani, of head Granthis, the Bhatti, the Tati. They must pay attention to the problems of youth who is coming. Yes, we must listen to them. And we can give them solutions from Gurbani and history. He told me everything. It's a long story. I just gave one suggestion. That was, go to gym. This was the suggestion. He said, okay. I listened to every single word. And I'm not going to tell his name because he is with me, a friend on Facebook. He's in New Zealand, and he's going to watch this video, and please don't mind. Well, I'm not sharing your name. He started going to gym, and gradually he changed his mind. He is looking on other people that and I think he used his all frustration in gym, and he used working hard, working out over there. So thus he changed his life. Do you want to change yourself? Stop thinking that you want to change. Don't say you are going to change yourself. Just say one thing: I'm going to do new things. This is the formula. This is the formula. And this Gurbani Pankti I have explained many times in many states, in many countries. ਜਿਉਂ ਮੀਂਹ ਉੱਠਾ ਜਿਉਂ ਮੀਂਹ ਉੱਠਾ ਗਲੀਆਂ ਨਾਲਿਆਂ ਟੋਭਿਆਂ ਕਾ ਜਲ ਜਾਏ ਪਵੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਰਸਰੀ ਸੁਰਸਰੀ ਮਿਲਤ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਪਾਵਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ. You must read this Gurbani Pankti. If you don't have time, find out. Gurbani explains in all the problems that we have, Gurbani explains the answers, how to solve them. I have learned a lot. I had faced so many of problems in my life. My friends in my village, they know very well that, but I learned a lot of things from Gurbani. So today's video, I'm going to close it on. I'm not going to take so much of time. Is there anything else which is worth sharing? So that's all. Overcrowd. New thoughts. Target. You must have new target. If you are addicted with something, you can never get rid of that until you have a good target. Work hard towards something. Go to gym, go for jog, do something creative. Okay? If you do something creative, you will definitely get rid of. It's not like I'm preferring these stories and I'm forgetting about the history, Sikh history. There was also so many people who used to come to Gurdwara Sahib, and Guru Sahib changed their lives. One of the name I would like to mention here, Prema Kodi, the leper one. He was suffering from leprosy because he was addicted to so many of drugs, and he had lost everything. His life was changed, and Guru Sahib changed his entire life. How? Because Guru Sahib changed his environment and gave him some targets, and he started working on them, and he changed his